Hey there, it's Dr. Siobhan Parad here, founder of Relatable, and I wanted to come on and talk with you about something that I hear happening a lot of times with women, right? So there comes a point in your marriage where you're feeling like the connection between you and your husband is just not what it should be. You're disconnected. He doesn't seem that interested in you. He doesn't have time for you. He's not showing you all the attention and affection and love that you would like to be receiving from him. And so, as I talk with women who are faced with this issue, a lot of times they make this assumption that, maybe it's normal in a marriage for things to just get a little stale and for people to lose interest in each other. Maybe their husband is just busy with other things that he feels are more important. It could be that he's gotten into this sort of selfish stage in his life where he's much more interested in his own pursuits than spending time with you as his wife. And, in many instances, that may be what's happening, it may be what's going on. But what I know to be true is that there's actually something much more deep happening. There's something really sort of underneath the surface that 9 times out of 10, if this is your situation, that you're not even aware of. And the reality is, right? So the reality is if you're feeling like your husband is just not into you, that he doesn't like you anymore, right? So he may love you because you're his wife, but he just doesn't like you anymore. Really, what is probably going on, the real deal of the situation, is that you don't really like yourself. That deep down, you don't really like yourself. And I know that sounds harsh, and I know that sounds a bit much, but it's probably what's going on. And the reality is that it's much easier, right? It's much easier for you to look for him to fulfill your needs because he's your husband. And so you see it as his responsibility to make you feel a certain way. It's his responsibility to act a certain way toward you. But when you really look at it, you have to ask yourself, are you acting that way towards yourself? Are you loving yourself? Are you liking yourself? Are you even giving him something to like? Are you being the type of person that you want to be around, right? And I know, again, that's a harsh thing to sort of think about, but my role as a relationship expert and marriage coach is really to put that mirror in front of your face and to help you begin to take responsibility for the things that are within your control. And the way that you feel at any given moment is 100% within your control. And so it's time for you to really take responsibility for the disconnection and the distance you may be feeling in your marriage right now. It's time for you to take responsibility for feeling unliked and unappreciated, right? And it starts with being to yourself what it is you're looking for your husband to bring you, right? We want to get sort of lazy and we want him to do all the work, but we haven't yet looked within ourselves to identify the ways that we can be a better partner, a better person to our own selves. And so if you're listening to this and it's really resonating with you, or you're sort of feeling like, you know what, you're probably right, Dr. Siobhan, I'm not really, liking and loving myself the way that I expect my husband to. If that's you, I want you to do 3 very specific things, okay? And the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take better care of yourself, right? Let's just be honest here. You're not taking good care of you. You're overwhelmed, you're stressed out, you're doing way too much, right? You're eating any old kind of thing. You are letting the weight pile on, and you're thinking about the things you want to do differently to take better care of yourself, but you're not doing them. You talk about it, but you're not doing it, right? But the truth of the matter is, until you start taking better care of you, then you're not going to have anything to give to your marriage, to your family, to any other aspect in your life. And so it really starts with taking better care of you, whether that's starting to exercise, starting to eat better, taking better care of your mental health as well is really important. So find some way to take better care of yourself. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to change the conversation that you are having with yourself. If you had a tape recorder and you were actually listening to the thoughts and beliefs you have about yourself, if you were listening to the conversations that go on in your mind, it would borderline be abuse, right? It would almost be emotional abuse because you spend so much of your time comparing your life to others, looking at what others have and feeling like you're not measuring up, you're not doing enough. You place so much pressure and so many demands on yourself that you just can't meet, right? You're critical of yourself. You're looking over your shoulder at all the mistakes you've made, and it's bringing you down, right? And so when you have those negative conversations with yourself, it's very easy to not like yourself, to feel like you're doing everything all wrong and that you're never going to get things right. And you carry that weight with you. And it creates a barrier and distance between you and your husband, okay? And then the third thing I want you to do is I want you to stop talking about all that you're going to do. I want you to stop talking about trying to do something. I want you to stop talking about wanting to do something, wishing you could do something, hoping you'll get the chance to do something, and just become empowered and do it. There's something you know that you are supposed to be doing that will bring you fulfillment, joy, peace, contentment, all of the things you're actually looking for your husband to bring you are within you. And it comes from doing the thing in your life, living your life through the purpose that you were put on this earth to live. And so if you're in a job that's not that great, find some other outlet for yourself so that you can feel like you are living in your purpose and you are doing the thing that you're meant to do that will fill you up, right? That will bring you all the love and affection that you're looking for from your husband. So those are the three things. Take better care of yourself, change the conversation you have with yourself, and stop talking about what you're going to do and just do it. Now, while we're together, what I want you to do is I want you to just complete this exercise that I have for you. And I want you to think of 10 things that you absolutely love about yourself. 10 things that you absolutely love about yourself. Now, you either heard that and you immediately came up with some ideas, or you heard that and it caused a little bit of anxiety. You sort of cringed because you can't even think of 10 things that you absolutely love about yourself. And that's really telling if you cannot do that. And so when you think about what you're bringing, right, to your marriage, to the relationship with your husband, it's a lot of negativity, right? You can't even find the wonderful and amazing things about yourself, yet you expect him to do that, right? You expect him to always think positively about you, to hold you on this pedestal that you haven't even put yourself on, right? And, if that's where you are, that's where you are. But I want you to know you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay stuck in this place where you're not taking care of yourself, where you're having these negative and emotionally abusing conversations with yourself, where you're not taking action and doing the things you know you need to be doing in your life. It doesn't have to stop there, right? You can make the change any moment you decide to create a new person, right? You can make yourself be whoever it is you want to be. You absolutely can. And you can be that wife who captures the attention of her husband, whose husband loves her, whose husband adores her, whose husband can't wait to spend time with her, because you first cultivated those things within yourself. So that's the reason he's not that into you, is because you're not that into you. And the moment you decide that you are the bomb.com, the moment you decide that you are worthy of everything you want, then it's going to come to you. But you have to believe it first. So I really just want you to chew on that, and I want you to take action. Take action today to do something, to take better care of yourself, to change the conversation you're having with yourself, and to move into action. Now, if this is the first time you're meeting me, I want to properly introduce myself. I am a relationship expert and marriage coach, and I work with women to develop the mindset and skills to create a happier marriage without having to make over the husband. Because everything you want in your marriage first starts with you. And so you can check out all that I'm up to on my website at berelatable.com. You can read my blog posts and find out how you can actually have a conversation with me so that we can get you to a better place in your marriage. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be back with you sometime soon with another live stream. Bye-bye.